Welcome back to BikeBeat, where we dive deep into the bikes that make you feel something every time you twist the throttle. Today, we're taking a long, immersive look at the 2026 Triumph Trident 660 BK, a bike that's evolved from Triumph's immensely popular middleweight platform, now refined to near perfection. This is not just a facelift or a cosmetic upgrade. The 2026 Trident 660 BK represents Triumph's continued effort to dominate the sub-700cc naked segment with a blend of British engineering, distinctive triple-cylinder character, and everyday usability. From its sound to its stance, from its digital features to its dynamic personality, the new Trident remains one of the most engaging bikes for both new riders and experienced ones who crave simplicity with sophistication. The Trident 660 has always been about balance. It's Triumph's way of bringing its high-end DNA, typically seen in the street triple or speed triple, down to a level that's approachable and financially realistic. The 2026 BK version keeps that same mission but adds a layer of sportier design, improved electronics, and a few subtle refinements that make a real difference once you start riding. The BK, sometimes referred to as the Black Edition or Triple Tribute, draws inspiration from Triumph's racing heritage while maintaining that clean, compact naked silhouette that's become its identity. It's sleek, sharp, and undeniably Triumph. Under the skin sits the heart of what makes this motorcycle special, a 660 cubic centimeters inline 3-cylinder engine. This engine, derived from the same engineering principles as the larger street triple, has a distinct sound and torque curve. It produces around 80 horsepower at just over 10,000 revolutions per minute and 64 Nm of torque at 6,250 revolutions per minute. What makes this configuration exceptional is its delivery. The triple layout gives you smooth, linear acceleration that builds progressively without sudden spikes or flat spots. It pulls confidently from low revs like a twin, but it keeps climbing all the way up like an inline-4. The result is a motor that feels alive, eager, and balanced. You get enough punch for highway overtakes, yet it's civilized enough for everyday commuting. There's also a refinement in the 2026 version's throttle response, thanks to tweaks in the ride-by-wire system. Throttle inputs feel smoother, and Triumph has made calibration adjustments to make the transition between closed and open throttle more natural, which helps in low-speed city riding or when cornering at moderate speeds. The gearbox remains a 6-speed unit, but now with a standard up and down quickshifter that transforms the riding experience. Clutchless upshifts feel crisp, and downshifts are accompanied by perfectly timed autoblips. Combine that with a slip-resist clutch and you get seamless gear changes, even when you're aggressive on corner entry. Handling has always been one of the Trident's strongest points, and Triumph wisely left the DNA intact. The tubular steel perimeter frame offers rigidity and feedback, while the geometry delivers quick, predictable steering. The bike feels planted yet nimble, happy to carve corners or weave through traffic. Up front, you've got a 41mm separate function big piston forks that do an outstanding job of absorbing bumps while keeping the front end composed under braking. The rear gets a monoshock with preload adjustability, letting you fine-tune for your weight or riding conditions. The overall setup leans slightly sporty but remains comfortable for longer rides. In the electronics department, Triumph has given the Trident 660 BK a serious boost. You now get 3 distinct riding modes: road, rain, and sport, each adjusting throttle response and traction control sensitivity. For 2026, Triumph introduced a new generation of traction control that's lean sensitive, thanks to the inclusion of an IMU, inertial measurement unit. This is a big deal for this class of motorcycle. Very few middleweights under $9,000 get this level of sophistication. The system quietly monitors lean angle, pitch, and yaw, helping the traction control and ABS make micro-adjustments for maximum safety and performance. Design-wise, the 2026 Trident 660 BK carries Triumph's signature minimalist naked look but with sharper details. The sculpted tank now has slightly deeper knee recesses, improving ergonomics and giving a more muscular stance. The blacked-out theme with subtle silver Triumph logos gives the bike a stealthy personality, while the red accents and optional belly pan inject a bit of aggression. The LED headlight, still round but framed with a more pronounced DRL ring, gives the front an unmistakable identity at night. The rear tail section is tidy, with integrated lighting and a short overhang, leaving the back end clean and sporty. The overall fit and finish, welds, switchgear, paint, are all top-notch, reinforcing Triumph's reputation for craftsmanship. Now, Let's talk about price, one of the most appealing parts of the 2026 Trident 660 BK. In the US, Triumph lists it at around $8,745, which is remarkable considering the level of equipment and finish you're getting. That's competitive even against bikes like the Yamaha MT-07, Kawasaki Z650, or Honda CB650R, which all hover around similar figures but often lack the premium electronics and that distinctive triple-engine character. In some international markets, including parts of Asia, the final on-road price will vary due to import duties, but even then, it remains an attainable premium option. For riders who want something aspirational but realistic, this pricing strategy makes the Trident one of the smartest buys in the middleweight class. On the road, the Trident 660 BK feels alive. It's that rare bike that manages to be both forgiving and thrilling. In the city, it's light, nimble, and smooth. On the highway, it's stable and planted, with enough torque in reserve to overtake effortlessly. And when you hit a winding road, it transforms into a precise, confidence-inspiring machine that begs to be leaned over. The triple soundtrack, that raspy growl as it climbs toward redline, is addictive. You don't need to ride it at the limit to enjoy it, it's rewarding at almost any speed. For riders moving up from a 300 or 400 cubic centimeters bike, it's the perfect next step. For veterans, it's a fun, low-stress machine that still stirs the soul. Maintenance-wise, Triumph has been thoughtful. The Trident has 10,000-mile or 16,000-kilometer service intervals, meaning less frequent maintenance compared to many competitors. Triumph's build quality also ensures reliability. The brand has worked hard to shed its old reputation for finicky electronics. These days, Triumph bikes are as dependable as any Japanese machine, but with that extra emotional appeal. Every time you walk up to it, it looks special. Every time you start it, that triple soundtrack gives you a sense of occasion. It's one of those bikes that makes you want to ride more often. Triumph's design team clearly understands that motorcycles aren't just transport, they're emotional machines. The Trident captures that balance of everyday function and weekend passion perfectly. For those watching on BikeBeat, if you're looking for your next motorcycle and you want something that feels genuinely special without breaking the bank, the 2026 Triumph Trident 660 BK deserves a test ride. It's a bike that blends British heritage with modern technology and a sense of fun that never gets old. When you ride it, you don't just go somewhere, you experience something. It's that balance of precision and passion that defines Triumph, and the Trident carries that legacy forward into 2026 and beyond.